Hello, my friends. Welcome to the last layout, I think, for the month for Mini Kit Monday. I'm in my daughter's bedroom right now crafting, so this is her white desk. It looks a little different, and right there is a window, and it got super gloomy. The whole reason why I thought to scrapbook in front of the window is so I'd have all this great natural light coming in this way. Not so much right now. We're working on a couple lamps. Let me see. I'm just working through it a little bit. Okay. Anywho, so what I was going to do is combine this with a Mind the Scrap challenge where we have to use dotty paper, a diagonal design, the title starting with D, a doily, and some kind of distressing. So I am going to use this Heidi swap paper right here. I figure that counts as a dotty paper. I have a doily on hand. Nice. And I don't know what my title is going to be yet. Well, there's a puppy in there, so maybe something about doggy. I don't know. So that's what I know so far. We're going to see how this goes, and I'm going to probably fast forward the next bits and take you along with me with a voiceover. And the thing is that I'm going to play with is this Summer Lights kit. I'm sorry, Summer Lights based kit. Here we go with the papers and the embellishments I have. So it's a very beachy summer based kit, but I'm going to work on a fun little puppy layout to do with it. All right, so I'm going to kind of get my idea going, and we're going to zip along and see where it takes us. Wish me luck. So far I've trimmed my photo, and I went ahead and trimmed the branding strip off of my 12 by 12, and I'm going through the paper pad I have for the Summer Lights collection, and I'm choosing a few to cut into 3 by 3, well, is it 3 by 3? Yeah, 3 by 3 strips, because I saw on Pinterest this sketch with a banner design, and that's where I'm going to start from. It looks nothing like it, so I'm not being too invested in including that, but you can kind of see it on the right. Every once in a while I need like a little push, and I'm like, okay, that sounds great. And I'm just going to use those elements as kind of like the block or the base of the layout. I already have all these rounded dotty bits, so I need a different shape to draw my eye in. And I'm going to go ahead and banner a bunch of them and decide exactly how they want to line up on my page. So I decide to go ahead and get my doily on my page super quick because those things have a way of getting away from me. And I'm also going to put a doily on the bottom so that it kind of gives my eye like a diagonal design idea. It's just one of those visual cues for me that I'm trying to do something like this and keeping myself in line. So I'm going ahead and trimming off the little bits from there, which, I could always do at the end, but those things nag at me as well. So we just have to go through our process the way it works out the best for us. So I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to go ahead and figure out how I want to line up all of these fun little banner bits. And there's lots of really nice color. I mean, I'm using this nice seafoam green for my base, but there's a lot of that in the kit as well. So it does have a way of making sense once you start putting all your embellies and all that kind of stuff together. So I have my little banner pieces that are fishtailed, and they are on a diagonal going down the page, and I tore off the tops of most of them, giving them a little bit of a jagged edge, which I liked. And you can see kind of on that sketch on the right, it has the banner going across. And like I said, that is just to jumpstart me. It's not determining how this one's coming out as well. So that's the whole reason that was there. And I don't believe I ended up even referring to it again. I went ahead and went back into the 6x6 paper pad and found a multicolored pattern paper. It had a bunch of frames on it, almost like Polaroids, and matted the photo of my daughter Ryan. It's matted there with her holding this little puppy. She went to one of her teammates' houses, and I think they had a bunch of new puppies, and the pictures were really cute that she sent me. I mean, any pictures with puppies are cute, and you put teenage girls holding puppies, and what could be prettier than that? So that's what that is. And I went ahead and I auditioned that die cut. That didn't work out. And I also have this little watermelon journaling piece that I have had kicking around in my summer scrappy stuff for the better part of a few years. So I'm going to try to work that on my page. And now I am going ahead and seeing what kind of title I can use with these holographic alphas. They are holographic, but they are bright pink on the sides. They're foam, so they're pretty darn cool. So I'm going to see how much I can get in. I've used up a ton of those holographic letters, so I'm starting to have to be a little bit creative with my wording. So I went ahead and just went for it and decided I'm getting this little watermelon piece on. So I'm going ahead and putting that on top of my doily, on top of that first banner piece, almost like the banner's coming down from it. And that way I will definitely finally get it on a layout. And this is where I start deciding what pieces might work for this layout. Now, I'm using a summer themed kit, and yes, this photo is taken in summertime, but it's definitely not a beachy pic. So it's not like I can use that this ocean is calling, but I can use a lot of the cute pieces. And you see I'm concentrating on the holographic pieces, which is a bit of an ode to the title. I have those cute puffy clouds. I have that holographic word sign that says smile and chillin'. So there's lots of pieces. I mean, for the most part, every collection is something you can use that is non-theme related. So I do find a way to, like I just voiceovered a layout using the all Christmas collection, and it was a picture taken at a brewery in August. So you can really mix up your collections and use them in new ways for different things. That's my whole point. Tip of the day, here we go. So my title will be Baby Doggies. Let me go ahead and get that glued on for you. So these chipboard pieces that I started taking off of the chipboard sheet have chosen not to be super sticky. They're sticky enough to kind of stay on the sheet, but not to be transferred to your paper. So they taught me that they wanted to be glued on, and that's perfectly fine. You see at the upper left, I also grabbed out an O snap word, and I'm just using my handy dandy T-square ruler to make sure that is lined up nicely. I'm going to get that cute little smile word on there and decide where my little clouds can go. So I, started out with my base page, got my photo on, title, and the elements I really, really wanted to get onto the page. And now the rest of this layout is just based around decorations and the cute stuff. So this is the sticker sheet. They're kind of cardstock thickness, kind of. Regardless, they are fantastic, and they do have just a little bit of heft. The colors are also spot on for the chipboard sheet, which I love when they do that. It does not always work out like that, as we all know. And yeah, I'm going ahead and putting those on, and you saw my hand doing the line down, reminding myself that I really wanted it on the diagonal. But let me pop ahead, and this has nothing to do with this layout. We just got the September mood board, and it is saturated with color, deep colors. I'm really excited about it. I don't even know what line I'm going to use yet because it is, there's such deep colors, but I'm really excited about starting to think about how to put that kit together. I know it has nothing to do with this, but I thought I would tell you that there's some really good stuff coming up for Mini Kit Monday. Oh, and while we're sitting here, let me tell you that the links are down below for the other ladies that are involved in Mini Kit Monday. We all have a different scrappy style, so it's kind of fun to see how we approach our kits each month, from building them to layouts to how we like to scrapbook. Like, I'm super challenge oriented. That's what motivates me. There's some people that are just, shoot from the hip, all that kind of stuff. So it is really fun to see what everybody does with their kits and their layouts and all that kind of stuff. And also, we do have the Mini Kit Monday Facebook group, and we have a lot of fun there. There's ladies from all over the place that create their kits and put them up there, and some do process videos, some just do a kit share, but there is a lot of fun to be had. And each month is sponsored by one of us ladies that head the group. For August, it is me, and I am going to be sending out the winner a Pink Fresh warehouse box. I got two, split them up, and that is what I will be sending out for the prize this month. I don't think I mentioned that this month, but it'll be fun. All right, so I am going to get back to this layout. I went ahead and looked into the 6x6 paper pad and cut out just a couple of the little icon-y or pieces that were in there, because you never know what little embellishments might work for you in those in the, I guess the cut aparts is what I was trying to say. So I have the cute little, like, peace sign hands, which definitely reminds me of Ryan, but also the colors in this kit and layout are bright and fresh and fun, and I think it lends itself just fine to a girl holding a puppy page. Now, this diagonal banner polka dot paper might not be what I would normally go with, but I think it's really important to stretch ourselves wherever we can. Right there, you see these cute little clips that are from a really much older Amy Tan collection. And I've been doing my best to find a way to get them onto a couple layouts. I've had them for a hot minute, and I want to use up as much as I can from some of my older collections, because we all know there's all kinds of goodness getting into the stores and all that stuff from the latest creativation. So before I'm tempted to go that way, I want to use up some of my goodies that I have on hand. Those are Illustrated Faith puffies, and I have almost all the colors of them. They're absolutely gorgeous. I probably could have 10 packs of the black and whites because they're so easy to use, but I really like using them. Both the pluses and the crosses, depending on the layouts that I am doing and the mood and feel of what I'm trying to convey in the layout, but they add just a little something. I mean, I have the plasticky clips, I have chipboard and holographic and flat paper and die cuts. So I absolutely love when I work through a layout and have as many textures as I can possibly get on them. That's kind of my thing. So you see there, I'm just going ahead and fussy cutting, and I know that's boring. A little piece to put somewhere on here. It's another one with the little hands. And I find these weird little hand things difficult to use. So I like to I like to challenge myself to use them, just because they are a little bit more difficult for me to use. So that's, yeah, you see me struggling a little bit, but that's okay. It's okay if we struggle, as long as we continue to grow and have fun with this little hobby. So, and I know I do this weird little thinking with my hands thing. You saw there that I realized I did not peel off the top of that last banner piece, so I went ahead and did that, and then put the clip back down. And I'm going to go ahead and use some liquid adhesive on some of the spots on my layout where I feel like embellishments need to be stuck down more. Like, that little plastic clip is going to come up at some point. So I'm going around and just shoring it up a little bit to make sure we don't have things sitting in the bottom of a page protector at some point. I'm using Aleene's tacky glue, and that's usually the glue I use because I like that it sits on its cap in the bottle, and you can just leave it standing upright on your desk. Aside from that, it works great. It's super cheap. You can get it at Michael's with a coupon. That kind of thing's the bee's knees for me. I grabbed out my bin of happiness, which is what I call all of my enamel dots and shapes, to add another texture. I wanted something a little shiny on this layout. You see how that yes sticker, the holographic, is like playing with the camera? I think the camera does not know what to do with holographic bits. All right, so I'm getting those on there. Did I tell you everything else? Be sure to like and subscribe. If you could, it lets YouTube know that you are happy with my content. Click on the links below for all the fabulous and fun stuff from the other ladies in our group. Try to check out our Facebook page and join if you'd like to play along with us. Hit the notification bell if you want to be notified when I go ahead and put up new layouts. I think that's the whole business side of it. So clearly I was off trying to figure out what I wanted to do with this, so it let me do the talkie bits. But here I'm just showing you some of the finer details of this layout. And I'll go ahead and get a photo up for you. See, there's Rai Rai, my youngest. And I would like to thank you all so much for sticking with me and watching this layout. I'll be back within a day or two. Bye-bye.